sacrifice. Lord, take control, take control.
How good are you at taking advantage of the opportunities God offers you in life? Friends, I want to share with you something that I experienced on yesterday, and that was that Cliff Goodwin and I, of course, a fellow preacher at the Ironic Church of Christ, one of my best friends in the world, we had taken an opportunity yesterday not to play on the words, but to purposefully pray for God to give us opportunity and open doors. Now, we did that because on Sunday morning at least, Cliff had preached a sermon about service, and one of the main points he brought out from that sermon was that we need to take advantage of opportunity. We need to be looking for those opportunities and such, and be ready and prepared to take advantage of them whenever they come. And so we did that yesterday on purpose, earlier yesterday morning. And we spent the first several hours of the morning, at that point in time, not knowing what each other were doing. We were on the phone taking advantage of opportunities. Different individuals and such contacted us. They needed help. They were struggling with this or that. And so we tried to encourage them, at least in the best way that we could. And then we met up about 12 noon, and we had plans then to go down and visit someone in the hospital. Of course, we were able to do that in a nearby town, not too far away. But before the day ended, I'll just put it like this. We left the house about 12 yesterday, about 12 noon. We got in about 8:30 last night. Now, why is that? Is it because we enjoyed being out and we were looking forward to just spending hours and hours away from our families and such? Not really that. It was simply the fact that God gave us those opportunities. Now, that's for us to know and us to believe, but we honestly believe, as we had prayed for, God gave us those opportunities. And I will assure you that's the way it always is. As a matter of fact, when you consider opportunity, you have to remember what was said in Galatians 6 and verse 10. There the Bible says, as we therefore have opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially of the household faith. Now, friends, we believed that and we trusted that. And so the thing that we had to consider in this was basically threefold. Number one, in order to take advantage of opportunity, the best thing to do, the best way to start at least, is to pray. Pray to God and ask Him. Ask Him to give you opportunities. Ask Him to give you open doors. Ask Him to give you ways in which you can go out and do His will that day. And I think that ought to be our daily prayers. It's not something that we always practice. It's something that we become lackadaisical in, something that we overlook. But it's something we ought to do. Number one, pray. Number two, after you pray for opportunities, friends, you better be prepared. We weren't necessarily prepared for our day being as long as it was, and there were great blessings in all of that, all the visits and contacts we made. Certainly there are. We're thankful to God for it, but we had to be prepared. And what I mean by that is you have to prepare your mind to say, whatever it is you give me to do today, God, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to turn and say, well, I have this to do or that, and this takes priority over this or that. The Lord's work has to be given a priority. And then thirdly, not only you pray, you prepare, but then you better be persistent. And what I mean by that, I'm going to have to learn this daily and remind myself about it daily, and that is that I'm going to have to be persistent to say, God, whatever it is, whenever it comes, I'm going to do my best to take advantage of those open doors. I'm going to be persistent in allowing you to call upon me through situations, through people, through whatever it means it is, of course, through the Word. That's why we do it. But I'm going to allow you to use me today. And I'm honestly, truthfully, and faithfully believing that when you do that, you'll find opportunities. You know, sometimes I believe the reason we don't find opportunity in life is because we're not asking for those things. We're not prepared, and we're simply not persistent. And I'm guilty of that as anybody. And so I want to encourage you today, as you consider our thoughts today, find opportunities in life. Find situations. Find those open doors that God and only God can provide. Pray about them. Be prepared for them. And then be persistent in doing them. This has been your Daily Dose, and I pray also today that you'll be encouraged.